Briar champion, 2-time world champion. I was looking up and I was like, man, it seemed like this guy, he was in the Briar a lot. Yeah, 11 times. Jeff Stoughton joining us. Hey, Jeff, thanks for making some time today.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So you're the national men's team coach for the Curling Canada. The guys are in Moose Jaw. You got to explain, what does that job entail? Take the listeners through what the coach does.
Yeah, so I guess from my perspective, it's I look after our 5 national teams. So we have teams that we have that are carded, meaning they're carded athletes. They get funding from the Olympic Association and they get funded from Curling Canada. So we have 5 men's teams, 5 ladies teams. I look after the 5 men's teams, get them all set up for the start of the year, go to some big events with them, sit on the bench for any of those teams. And really lucky that I get to take the winning team from the Briar to the World Championships, and then coming up, the winning team from the Olympic trials to the Olympics. So, I see the guys all year. I'm not their team coach, but I help out just because I've done this so often between all the things that go on behind the scenes with World Curling and Curling Canada and everything else. So do all the background stuff as well.
A curling coach is similar to what kind of coach in any other sport?
I guess if you're a coach for the team, I would have to say you're just a normal coach. I mean, you're looking at the team, you're talking pregame, postgame. You're definitely not setting a lineup, that's for sure, because the teams take care of themselves. But a lot of the guys are really technical, making sure when they're practicing that they're throwing the rock properly. Most of the teams in our national team program are pretty experienced, so there's not a lot of strategic things to talk about. But from a pure coaching perspective, that's what a coach would be doing. They would be probably like a basketball coach. All those guys know what they're doing, but they get them together and make them do it right as a team.
You're not rifling through a bunch of analytics before every game and worrying about
well, we actually do have some good analytics going here too now. Yeah, we look at the team that we're playing next, see if there's any trends for any of the players. Maybe we can exploit that, see what kind of strategy they're using earlier on. With the 5-rock rule, there's quite a normal setup for the first four or 5 rocks. So we kind of get a good idea what a team might do, and they probably have a good idea what we're doing as well.
Oh, that's cool. Jeff Stoughton joining us here on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. The Brad Jacobs, we had Brad on Friday on the show. They come the long way at the Briar. You were at the Briar 11 times. I don't know if you ever had to come the long way to win one of them, but that's a feat. And he said, you know what, they never really panicked. They didn't feel like, we're totally out of this. But that's something special, right? When you can kind of come the long way.
Yeah, it's quite a feat. I mean, you're on the brink of, you're basically went from the 1-2 game where if you win, you're in the final pretty much, or you're in the semifinal anyway, but to lose to where you've got to win 4 in a row, sudden death. And, hats off to those guys. They talked about it after, saying that they didn't hang their heads. They felt they were playing really well. They just needed a break or two and keep playing and keep doing what they're doing. And man, they ran the table and they beat, pretty well all teams that were top 6 in the world and top 4 in Canada. So it was quite an impressive run. And, we expect them to do the same thing here.
A guy we've had on the show a lot. He's a local legend in Regina. I get to golf with him in the summer and all that. Benny Hebert. I
was going to say, you're going to say Ben Hebert, local legend. Oh my God.
How do you? What do you think about Ben? One thing I asked Brad was, what do you remember about the first time maybe meeting Ben, or what's your take on Benny?
Ben's a great guy. I mean, on and off the ice, he is a fiery competitor. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I don't think any of us like losing, so no one takes a loss very well. He loves winning. He's just a competitor through and through. I mean, he just loves the game, and he is as fun on and off the ice. I mean, we have a blast off the ice, lots of jokes, lots of fun, lots of chatting. So, as you probably know, Ben, he's got lots of stories. So he's just a great guy. He's a great guy to be around. He keeps the room and the mood pretty light, that's for sure.
Oh
But
yeah.
I will say he's pretty nervous guy too. That first game at the Worlds, he hadn't been there for a while, and I know the whole team was feeling the nerves and the excitement. And I'll give him a break, say it was more excitement than everything else. So he was pretty fired up and ready to go for that first game. But it's great to see that it means so much to these guys.
I think your last Briar was 2014. When you go back, why did you get into curling? Was it as a kid? What got you into the sport of curling?
Yeah, I mean, probably like most young kids growing up in Winnipeg, I played everything, hockey and soccer and baseball and curling. And I took up curling probably later than most now. I was probably 14 or 15 and through the family. I mean, my mom and dad curled a ton at the Fort Rouge Curling Club, and our first spiel would have been a family spiel playing at the Rouge, winning some toasters or something like that. So the family brought me up to it. And at the end of the day, I knew I wasn't going to be big enough to play hockey or football, and I just loved it. I mean, I was down at the club every night just begging someone to let me play lead or let me go throw some rocks if someone got off early. And I think that's what, kids find their passion, and I found it pretty early and just loved it ever since, and lucky to be involved even now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you have a favorite curler growing up when you were young?
Not really. I mean, I loved watching on TV, Ed Wernick and Al Hackner and the guys. They all played, sort of their era. Just loved the competition that was out there and just trying to figure out how to be on that stage. And, it takes time, but eventually got there.
World champion twice. One was in Saski, right? You won it in Regina. What do you remember about that?
Yeah, I mean, everyone asked that. It was in 2011, and I tell you, whenever someone asks, I can't stop smiling. It was the greatest week ever. The fans were just unbelievable. And it'd been a long time since I'd been to a Worlds, and the team as well. And I remember just going out there and going like, yeah, it would be no big deal. We've been there before. We've played at Briars with thousands of people. And I go out there and, oh my God, I was crapping my pants. It was just one of those things where you just didn't expect it. And the heartbeat, I don't think ever got under 120 for that first game. We were pretty calm and cool, but man, it was thumping pretty good. And I think we finally took control with the shot in the eighth end, and the roof blew off. And because the fans were just waiting for something to happen, and it took a long time. We got there, calmed down for the week, and what can I say? I mean, the fans in Regina are outstanding. It was like playing at home, basically, just down the road from Winnipeg here. But it's just a memory I'll never forget with all the fans and the family. It was cool because the kids were old enough to understand what Dad was doing now, so they were all there, and it just makes it special when everyone's there that has been helping you out to achieve your goal.
This might be a tough one, but you had a great career. When you go back, is there one shot or one game you'd like to another crack at to replay?
Yeah, there's always got to be one or two. Losing the trials final in 2005 to Brad Gushu, obviously great player.
Yeah.
You would love to have a shot or two back and go, if I would have done that, or if we would have set it up a little bit better earlier on. And to be honest, I never look at it from a team perspective. I always look at it from my own, like, I missed that one, or I was a little heavy on that draw. Our team, we were just so strong. Like, we had put, just like everybody else, so I shouldn't be saying we. Anyway, everyone put so much effort and time into it, and it felt it was our time, and to come up a half an inch short or whatever it was on a rollout in the 10th that maybe could have pushed us to an extra end. So you never know if we would have won or not. But it was just one of those things, like throughout the game, it was like, we're just clinging on here, just hanging on. And that's one you would love to get back to have that opportunity to go to the Olympics for sure.
I remember and kind of going back, and then I was working in TV at the time, and I was like, you know what, these curlers are starting to, like, they're in good shape. They're kind of like golfers now, right? Like, so they're like working, they're in good shape. And and you were always one of the guys. I'm like, that guy looks like, he can play a lot of different sports. I asked Benny this once on a podcast. Did you ever know you were in a TV game and maybe get a little workout in underneath the stands to get your swole on?
Get the veins popping a little bit. No, I mean, we always had a good little warm up just to make sure we were ready to go, but nothing specific. Probably not like Benny doing some like 50 push-ups or something before the game to make sure he looked a little pumped up. But it certainly has changed. And the guys are all taking care of themselves, and I mean, that's just the evolution of sport for sure.
Do guys go to the patch more in your day than they do now, or is there still a little sprinkling?
Geez, I would say it's not attended now until you're eliminated. Probably more back in our day. There's a few more visits to the patch, in the 90s. Yeah, there's no doubt there was probably a few more visits to the patch. And, it's just a different game. I mean, there's someone, a lot of them, it's their livelihood. A lot of them, just, work in the summertime and curl in the wintertime. And so it means a lot to them. So it means it's pretty serious for them. But I know, like the guys said, they'll get down there with the trophy, hopefully on Sunday night.
It's a chance for a curler to be like a rock star. Like I was at the Briar last year, and it was like Team Sask. Like it's so cool. Okay, last one for you. When's the last time you came out of the hack and did the 360 that you're famous for?
Oh man, yeah. Well, hard to say. Probably the worst time I did it was in the 2013 Briar final against frickin' Brad Jacobs, because we were getting our asses kicked. So we did it there. Probably done it a few times at a curling club when someone said, "Could you do it or not?" and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty funny, but haven't done it for a while, that's for sure.
Right on, Jeff. Thanks for having some fun with this, making some time and joining us. And obviously everybody's behind Canada there in Moose Jaw and hoping that they do bring that trophy to the patch on the final day.
Yeah, let's hope so. Just keep coming out and cheering the boys on. They really appreciate it and having lots of fun with it, for sure. Thank you so much.
National team coach, 11 times at the Briar. He won the Worlds.